Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hustle Up podcast, dedicated to all the motherfuckers out there.
Turn up!
Who are getting it. Who are out there getting it every single day, 7 days a week, 8 days a week, 25 hours a day, to create a life by design. Stop living life on default. This means life on your terms. This means doing what you want to do, when you want to do it, and getting paid for it. Last time we had an interview, we had a digital nomad who quite literally gets paid to hop on his laptop from all different parts of the country. Super awesome.
Billion dollar book bag.
We've had the CEO of Nerve, Dr. Michael Jiang. We had super hustlers in here. We had Amara with Diamond Records. We've been bringing interviews to you, but today is not an interview. Today is a one and done. We've been told that in real life we are a little bit more lighthearted, playful,
highly spirited.
Hey, a little more fun. And that we weren't bringing the same energy that we normally have in real life. So we decided to switch it up today, make it a little bit less business focused and a little bit more playful, lighthearted, whatever. We're going to talk about our favorite rappers and musicians and music in general today, and just chop it up for a minute like we do.
Yeah,
so,
and we could really tie it in because music is an integral part of keeping my spirits high, keeping me motivated, and keeping that energy to live the life by design. But yeah, like you said, we're going to be focusing on, you're an EDM head, I'm a hip hop head, and that's exciting shit. So, who's your favorite DJ?
Gotta be with DJ / producer. It's gotta be Bass Nectar.
Nectar.
Just hands down, gotta be Bass Nectar.
Any Bass Nectar fans, comment below if
We're
you
gonna
are.
get a lot of Bass Nectars, trash, and honestly, if you think that, you're entitled to your opinion.
Why do you think
wrong.
Bass Nectar's not trash?
Well, I think there's two questions. A, Bass Nectar is not trash because he is the god. I think he quite literally might be an alien.
No, I remember when he did his thing at the World Congress Center, bro. It was like he created this whole experience to make you think you're on a fucking
you're in an alien spaceship.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, and you get confused and you think that you're actually on an alien spaceship for a second, and that he beamed down here this special night to invite you into a different dimension.
Facts.
He's special.
Yeah.
No, the deeper part is when I hear somebody say Bass Nectar's trash, or it's really it's a deeper reflection of where they were the last time that they heard him. And in bass community and bass culture, you could be all types of ways.
Right.
It's a varying state. So I'm a big fan. He's got to be one of my favorite artists. Also up there is Zed's Dead, which is a duo. Zed's Dead kills it. Slander kills it. We just saw Zomboy at Buckhead Theater.
Big shout out Zomboy.
In Atlanta.
Liddy.
Zomboy crushed.
What was the guy who opened for him? Space Laces?
Space Laces.
Tight.
Yeah.
That was tight
Space
too.
Laces was cool.
Yeah.
We just saw Hippie Sabotage, another duo.
Whoa.
Who crushed it. Dude. Yeah, that one was fire. That one was really solid. And so both of us, the whole squad that we hang out with,
the whole play hard, work harder squad.
Play hard, work harder squad likes live music. It's always been, we're all about music, but then you have people who are like about live music, and then people who are on that festival life, and it's just that becomes a part of the culture, and I feel like that embodies the play hard, work harder lifestyle.
Absolutely.
better than anything else.
And another thing to point out about the producer / DJs of the EDM world is the immense amount of work that goes into creating not a concert, but these fucking transcendental experiences. Yeah. It's the graphics in the back. It's the coordination of the venue. It's you could talk about it all day. You know more, but and you're making music too. Tell them a little bit about how you got into Ableton.
Well, so this came from an experience we had. It was actually from that night at Bass Nectar from the Georgia World Congress Center. I've always thought about making music. It's always been in the back of my head. I grew up playing piano, but we both decided that day that instead of consuming so much content, consuming so many concerts and live transcendental experiences, whatever, that it was time to start creating too. And I heard a podcast, I can't remember who it was, but I heard a podcast within the last 72 hours where the host was asking the question, at what point do you start becoming alive? At what point do you really start experiencing life to the fullest? And he said, at the point where you start creating instead of consuming.
That's right.
And that's an idea that we've been bouncing around for the better part of 2.5 years. And that hit home, it struck a chord, obviously.
And that's synonymous to play hard, work harder. Consume hard, create harder.
Yeah.
Same kind of ideology, which is why as we're going to these experiences, while we're enjoying just being the fucking super hustlers that we are, it only makes sense for us to go to these experiences and come back and want to be the world's next biggest DJs and artists.
Well, for sure, and I was blown away. Like Billie Eilish, are you familiar with her?
Where are the avocados? I think that's.
I think so. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. She's everybody's talking about Billie right now. You got this 17-year-old phenom, protege who's killing the scene, and I saw an interview come up on Instagram TV with her in it. And they were asking her, like, what would you rock? Like, what's your pre-Coachella playlist?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I think it'd be myself. And she just said it. I mean, she just
Bro,
said it genuinely.
I haven't listened to anything in my car except for my music and podcasts and maybe some J. Cole, in a minute.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, bro. Because you like, as an artist, whether you have words or not, you're putting down certain vibes and frequencies, quite literally, that resonate with you. And that gets you motivated. And that raise your spirit. So why wouldn't you consume what you create?
Well, it's true. And if you notice that there's a hole in the market, like maybe there isn't music that you want to hear, right? Create it. Make it out of thin air. You know the genre. You know the chord structure. You can learn that. You can learn the musical theory.
Right.
But if you want to pair your message to the right arrangement of notes and chords, then do it. Yeah, just do it. So I bought Ableton about a year ago. Just there were, what did we talk about? A hobby that makes you money, a hobby that keeps you fit, and a hobby that keeps you creative. Or do 3 things, right?
That's cool.
And that was the one that sparked creativity. We've had many a freestyle producer night sesh between here. I mean, if you guys will never see this, I don't know, but in the first videos, there's a music studio right next door that's it's fully stocked, sick, and so if we're not up here, we're down there. Not down there, we're up here. But there's almost always music going on in our lives, almost any day.
I mean, a Friday night or Saturday night or Thursday night looks like making music, working on Hustle Up in some capacity, and then talking about things that we really should not be talking. Well, we could be talking about, but we should have a mic there.
Yeah.
Because our conversations are just off the chain. And dude, that's so crazy how music is so interwoven into the overall mantra of Hustle Up. Because it's all about vibes and frequencies, and the idea of consume hard and create harder. So before I go on a tangent there, I want to ask you more about Ableton, because I know there's a lot of people out there who want to make music, and the barrier to entry is high, because how can you paint if you don't know how to use the paintbrush, if you don't know how to stroke the canvas the right way, right? So how long did it take you to learn how to use Ableton, and what did you do to learn? Like, what did you search on YouTube? What did you read?
So I'm still learning how to use Ableton.
Yeah.
100%.
Always learning.
Always, and I don't know when I won't be. But the key for me was getting YouTube videos and hopping up on the treadmill or some cardio machine and busting out 2 15-minute videos, 1 25-minute video. A certain number to, while I'm on the treadmill or while I'm on the cardio, I'm learning something, and then when I get home, I'm fired up to figure this out. Like, I want to hop in.
Yeah.
I'll probably go back over it in that video. Even if it's something like I'm recreating something they did. Okay, well, that takes me through the buttons. That gets me familiarized with the decks. and we record the podcast in Ableton now. It's just that's the platform that I used. But Googling, for me, it was like I want to learn how to make EDM music. So how do I make a trap drop in Ableton? Well, there are easily.
What is a trap drop?
It's a specific subgenre of dubstep, and so you've got your trap hip hop, which is kind of Atlanta based.
Lil Baby, Gucci, 2 Chainz, yeah.
And then you've got your trap EDM, which the similarity actually has to do with the beats per minute. They have the same beat per minute.
Do you know what the BPM is? Or what the range is?
It's 145-ish, 155.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And so in rap it's a little bit more aggressive, it's a little bit faster paced. It gets the blood flowing, gets the heart pumping.
Yeah, it's like
right?
it's that drum.
Yep.
Yes.
But that's why you'll see so much rap in this trap EDM.
Right.
They get interwoven. People are blending hip hop and dance music, hip hop and dubstep in really creative ways.
Can you shout out a trap EDM song so someone could look it up if they don't know?
Off the fly.
RL Grime.
RL Grime is a perfect example of trap. His whole Nova album is.
Alright, so RL Grime, artist, album, Nova.
Yeah, RL Grime. He's the man. And you could Google trap. There's 100 YouTube videos like trap stars, trap dub now, trap the wolves. I mean, it's just all over the place.
For sure.
Yeah, and you know what? I just favorited something on SoundCloud. I'll show you after this. It's hard. I found it on the run today. Yeah. So, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Hey,
confidential.
You want to find my SoundCloud? I will share it if you direct message me. It's so difficult to find.
Yeah.
It's like you can type in Clint Crow. It's under Clint Crow, but it might take you a minute to find it.
True that.
Yeah. But hey, look. Let's talk about your favorite rapper. I know you've got at least 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And why?
So if we're going all time, number 1's Kanye West, without a doubt, undoubtedly.
Of all time.
Of all time. Favorite artist. I think he's on a higher frequency level, which that's a whole nother podcast, and I would love to do a podcast on Kanye West because my views probably differ from a lot and are very similar to a lot of people. But Graduation is my favorite album of all time. The song Good Morning hit me at the right time as I was choosing to pursue getting funding for the startup at the time. This was 2015, 2016. And we had just gotten confirmation that we would be closing the investment. And we hadn't received it yet, but I had to sign up for classes. I had to get ready to petition to graduate and sign up for classes, the remainder. And I decided not to do it. And not only that, but I dropped out in that semester because of the third verse of that song. And it was like, it's not like that song just opened my eyes. It was like I was sitting on a fence.
The album Graduation.
It is. Well, that's the whole thing. The whole concept of it is graduating into a higher consciousness, into being, I don't want to call it woke, but a true awakened state where you're more aware than the singular perspective you've had your whole life.
Yeah.
The song's called Good Morning. Like, wake up, Mr. West, Mr. West. You know what I'm saying? And like the third verse, it's like, valedictorian, scared of the future while I hop in the DeLorean. Look at the valedictorian, scared of the future while I hop in the DeLorean. Scared to face the world, complacent career student. Some people graduate but be still stupid. They tell you eat this, read this, don't look around, just peep this. Preachers teach us Jesus. Okay, look up now, they'd instilled your streetness. After all of that, you receive this. Good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, holy fucking shit, like, it's everything. It's these Eastern philosophy that I'm learning at the time. It's the law of attraction, the secret.
Is this Sadhguru? This is pre-Sadhguru.
This is pre-Sadhguru, but this is right around the time that you and I started practicing heavy meditation, and I really started reading and watching The Secret and the law of attraction and learning all that stuff. And it all just kind of came together, and then the funding actually came through and we closed it, and my life changed, right? So that's very sentimental. And then ever since then, he's on a higher plane. And so absolutely for that. And I've got, most of my songs in my iTunes are him. Or J. Cole.
J. Cole's got to be my favorite rapper.
Yeah, I mean, J. Cole's another one.
He
just keeps it so real. I mean, there's so many songs where if I'm feeling a certain way, I can put on. It's eclectic. He's got a wide variety, and he knows how to tell stories in a way that's cool enough to resonate. Which is the problem. Like you know how you have hip hop and you have conscious rap, and then you have melody rap, trap rap, right?
Sure.
J. Cole is not conscious rap because it's not bar after bar after bar after bar after bar. He's very conscious, but when I say conscious, I'm talking like Royce the 5'9",
Yeah.
like not even Logic, like Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I don't dislike Kendrick, but I'm not a huge Kendrick fan, right?
You'd say you're either a Kendrick or a J. Cole.
Well, I think you could be both, but I guess I
gotta
tend to fall into that, right?
Yeah.
No, so J. Cole's just true, and I had an experience at his concert too, where he spoke to me, and it truly was like God was speaking to me through J. Cole, and was like,
He was a preacher, man.
absolutely.
He got up and he was spitting.
And then
That was one of the best concerts I've ever been.
Oh yeah, shout out J. Cole August 12th, and thanks Clint for coming on my birthday.
Good night.
Yes sir, that shit was tough. But yeah, and then so yeah, those are probably my two, and then as of recently, I really fuck with Russ. Shout out Russ. Again, another person who's most of his catalog.
Russ is on the conscious rap.
Conscious rap. He's with the melodies. He does everything himself.
Yeah.
He's from Roswell, Georgia, so he's from suburban Georgia. Well, he's not from there, but he's lived there.
Hey, shout out Cobb County.
Roswell's not Cobb.
Roswell's so Cobb.
Roswell's not Cobb, bro.
Where's Roswell?
I think it's Fulton.
Fuck Fulton.
Whoa,
Hey, no, Fulton's great. Hey, Fulton's great. I love Fulton. I live in Fulton.
We're in Gwinnett right now. Shout out Migos and Upside. But no, for real, you so like the hip hop that I listen to. You know, obviously I like to listen to the melodic stuff every now and again. The trap rap, it just gets you lit, just gets your energy high. But if you're really looking for like the message and stuff, and really want to kind of higher your frequency more so like from internally instead of putting a band-aid on your energy to increase it for a little bit like a trap song would, like to really get messages, those are some of the people that I admire most. In fact, when I started freestyling at first, like, and this happened, 2015, 2014, and it was just J. Cole type beats, like something about the way he gave something about the way that he spoke over the beat really influenced me to want to tell my message that way. And then, G-Eazy's another one who I love his type beats. He's got that West Coast sound. I guess what I'm trying to say is I like the storytellers.
Yeah.
I like the guys who can get up there and really tell a story that sounds fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, not just go tell a story, but tell a story that sounds cool and resonates. And that's part of what motivated me to even want to, talk about consume hard, create harder. I was listening to so much music, I was like, first off, freestyling makes me feel good. It's like therapeutic for me. And why not just create it and see where it goes? And, since then I've had people who want to produce and engineer, and it's like you can only do something so long where people are hyping you up, where you're just like, all right, maybe I should go this way. And so that's how, music's just been a huge part of my life. It's not just hip hop. You put me on to EDM. I love EDM. Rock, big Red Hot Chili Peppers fan.
Red Hot, Led Zepp.
Beatles, huge Beatles fan. But yeah, man, and you know what? I want to turn this back to something you were talking about when you were saying how you plug in the videos when you're running on the treadmill. The tutorial videos.
Yeah.
I was thinking tuition. I was like, that's not it. The tutorial videos. You're running on the treadmill, right? I think that's like a play hard, or that's like a work hard, play harder thing.
That was in my billionaire mentality.
Exactly.
And that was extra hard, and I don't do that. Like, when I was on the treadmill today, I was not learning.
Exactly,
I was working extra hard, and I was listening to some high beat per minute, heavy womp songs.
But that's the thing, dude, is how I was gonna correlate that is, and you should go back to that because it's genius. Before we got funded in our most recent funding round, which really enabled me to go on salary and have health benefits, I was not only serving 3 days a week, but I was also doing Uber Eats. And the reason I did Uber Eats and not Uber Drive was because I didn't have to deal with fucking people. Not that I have anything against people, but what I like to do is, as soon as I turn my Uber Eats on to be the driver, I turn on a podcast. And I saw it as a double win because I'm learning while I'm driving. And you said that and it just made me think of that.
You know what? And I didn't, because I started out on SoundCloud, but I moved over to YouTube, and down my YouTube likes, the last video that I watched was actually, it was a hippie sabotage unboxing challenge. They send you this mystery box with just random stuff. And hippie sabotage has to use the sounds from these random things to construct an entire beat. They can't use any other sound. And so they lay down their kicks and their snares, their hi-hats, they start with the beat, and they get through it. And I did forget about it, but I actually did watch an informational...
Today?
Yeah, today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, this has been a short, well actually it's been a kind of long one and done on something we're passionate about, huge music people. Comment below if you've got some good song recommendations. Reach out if you want some song recommendations. We love to engage with anybody and everybody who is fucking with us. Well, we fuck with you. I think the most important thing from this, the intertwining message is, let's take work hard, play harder, and set it right here for a second, and let's fill it in with consume hard, create harder. Because that's really what this all spawned from. You're on Ableton at least 4 or 5 days a week, if not more, learning how to do it, learning how to be a DJ producer. I freestyle at least once a day, and it just comes from that innate feeling that super hustlers have inside to want to fucking create more than we're consuming.
That's right.
And I've got a whole nother thing where I can go on that of why creating more than you're consuming is important. But until next time, at HSTLUP, www.hstlup.com. Follow us at Jonathan, JONATHANHESSING.
At Clint Crow, Clint like Clint Eastwood, CROWE.
So, fuck with us. We love y'all. Thanks for listening. Spread the love, share the word. Until next time, hustle up!